Dear me, at the age of 13, life might seem like it's the most difficult thing on the planet, but believe me, being 13 has probably been one of the best times of my life, and I just want to tell you that it doesn't get any easier, but only you can stop it from getting any harder. Um, 13-year-old me probably sat in my room reading a book or doing my homework and just sitting there wondering if I'll ever become a pretty skinny girl with lots of friends, and just ever wondering if boys will fancy me. I still, to this day, at nearly 21-year-old me, don't find myself beautiful. I don't find myself attractive. And I can't even explain how hard it was for me at 13 years old to try and want to fit in. And I just want to tell her that regardless of the situation, you are beautiful, you are worthy of life, and you deserve every single compliment you get given. And like I said, I may not still believe to this day that I am a beautiful, strong human being, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better. I'm learning to accept myself. And that is a whole lot further than I was when I was 13. I also want to tell little 13-year-old me to not worry about what other people think, to not worry about society and their images of perfection, and just be me, just be yourself. The people who like you for you are truly the people who will be your friend. Excuse the itchy nose. And all you want in life are a few true friends. You do not want to have every single person knowing who you are. You don't want to have a million fake friends. You don't want to have the constant backstabbing and torture of people who pretend to like you and then hate on you behind your back. You want a tight-knit group of friends who, it might only be a group of 3, 2, maybe even just one good friend who has the decency to be honest and truthful and loyal and look after you just as good as you look after them. 13-year-old me never thought she would ever in a million years get to meet, let alone see her idol in the flesh, and last year 20-year-old me got the chance to, and back being 13, I never thought it was possible to meet anyone I looked up to. I knew it was expensive. I knew these people weren't going to come to the UK. And it's just so kind of weird and surreal that these things change and you realise and you get a whole different perspective of the world, and it's just an amazing thing. And I just want to say to 13-year-old Chloe, hold on, because you will meet your idol. And like I said, 20-year-old you has met your idol, and it was the best day of your life. One other seriously important thing was that 13-year-old me didn't realise she would end up going to New Zealand and creating a new life for herself. She didn't realise that she would literally have to start life over again. And at the age of 13, that was difficult. And I had to start over with friends, with where I lived, and for a short period of time, the only friends I had were my family, and 21-year-old me can now say the same. A lot of my friends are grown up and at university, and I don't see them a lot, so it's a huge kind of process to deal with in terms of being in one country, having childhood friends that you've grown up with from being, 3 or 4, to then moving to a new country and becoming friends with these people who have known each other for so long, and you don't know whether to trust them, you don't know what they're like, you end up getting hurt quite a lot. And I learned from that mistake. I went through several friend groups while living in New Zealand, and all but one of them were probably not right. There was just something that wasn't quite good about the group, and even to this day, I still question if I had many real friends over there. I know of, you know, a handful that I did have, but the rest of them, I just feel like maybe they weren't real friends and they were just there for me for my accent or for the fact that, you know, I was from England, so I had connections, or I don't know. But 13-year-old me, all you need to know is that you are beautiful, you are worthy of life, you deserve to be here living your day to day life, you deserve everything that life gives you, be it good or bad. The bad things, obviously, you don't want to deserve, but sometimes you get them, and it's a choice you kind of can't get away from. But, you know, just stay strong.